My name is Ferrufino. I work for Muller Engineering and I'm a transportation hydraulics engineer. How did I get into this career? Growing up, I always knew I wanted to be an engineer, or at least that I wanted to do something with science and math and something that I could help the community and connect the places I live in. Being a transportation engineer, I feel that I can see the projects I work in and I can see the bettering of the streets and the safety and making the place just a better place to be. When I wanted to become an engineer, I had several challenges. I grew up in South America and I finished high school there, and I knew that I wanted to go somewhere and be better. So I luckily had my mom that lived in the United States and I moved here, but I didn't speak any English, and my mom didn't know much about college or how do you get into one of them. So I had to learn English. I knew very little words in English, so I had to learn how to speak it fluently, and I had to take a lot of classes in a community college before I was able to transfer to a 4-year college and pick a degree. I had to move to a different country and learn a new language and figure out how to go to college so that I could continue following my dream. And I just put my mind to it, and well, here I am. I have an undergrad in civil engineering and I have a master's degree in civil engineering, and I work for an amazing company that I love going to work every day. Driving by, or I bike a lot, so biking by a lot of places where I can see the stuff that I've built and how I've made the corridor a safer place, and how I know that cyclists can be safer out there, or knowing that the drainage works, and seeing the things that I've built is always very fulfilling. If a girl wanted to get to where I've gotten, I think you have to work hard. If you have to know it's something that you want, because the path is never easy. There's always going to be things that are difficult, things that you have to get past, and you just have to know where you're going. You have to know that's where I want to do, that's how I want my life to be, and you just have to keep working for it. If I had to describe my job to a young woman, I go in the office and I work in several projects. I don't have one project that I'm focused on. I have all types of projects, huge projects, several miles, 10, 14 miles, to just an intersection job. And I now have younger engineers that work under me that I'm teaching the things that I learned a couple years ago, and how to design an inlet, or how to make sure that water won't pond and become a safety for a car driving by, and just making sure that they can see the big picture and not just focus on the little things, and just constantly looking at the big job and learning how to make the corridor, the road, the intersection a safer place, not just for vehicles but for pedestrians and cyclists and anyone that's in the area. And you're learning. Every day I learn something new. If a girl wanted to become an engineer, whether it was in transportation or any other type, we had to do research to learn, go through websites and places that promote engineering and construction and transportation, and understand what we do, and do internships while you're in middle school and high school, so that you're not just reading the theory of what is to be an engineer, but you're actually experiencing, and you know that that's something that you want, because it's something that you're probably going to commit to for a long time. Usually you have to go to college and have a degree to become an engineer, and you have to make sure that that's something that you enjoy, that you like doing, because you don't want to be stuck in a position that you don't enjoy doing. What advice would I give to young women in general? I think you should always aim for the better, even if people tell you that you can't do something, or you think that you're not suited for it because you're a girl, or because you come from somewhere different, or because you don't speak the language. You can always do what you want to do as long as you put your mindset to it.